this morning. Imam, you have the floor. If you can offer prayers, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين وإن تستفتحوا فقد جاءكم الفتح نصر من الله وفتح قريب وبشر المؤمنين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس مالك الناس إله الناس من شر وسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Ameen. Shukran, Imam C. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of mercy, of grace, of compassion, and of love, we bring before you our brothers and sisters in Basse, the Upper River Division, whose markets and business area have been burned down by fire yesterday night. We ask, Lord, that upon your compassion you look kindly upon all those who have been affected, the corporate institutions, the Bikama Area Council, the business community, and all who have been affected by that fire. Lord, we pray that you will make provision for the restoration of the things that have been lost, so that the people will be able to gather their life together again and to live normally. We continue to pray as we sit here in the TRRC that the witness that will appear before us, Lord, will speak the truth and nothing but the truth, and that you grant the commissioners the discerning spirit to be able to decipher between truth and falsehood. And we continue to ask that you will grant patience the whole populace and members of the diaspora, so that they will allow the due process of the law to take its course, and that justice belongs to you, and you alone will deal with it in your own way. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop, for that prayer. We do join you as a commission in expressing our sympathies to the victims of the fire disaster last night in Basse. Council, if we are ready with the witness this morning, let's proceed, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and I must add, victims of fire disaster in Balangar as well a couple of days ago. Our sympathies and with them. Mr. Chair, we're ready to proceed. May I ask that the witness be brought in, please?
I, Ousman Jammeh,
Nte Ousman Jammeh
Nte Ousman Jammeh
do swear that
mbenkali lako
Benkal lako
I'll speak the truth,
mbeto nyale fola
Beto nyale fola
the whole truth,
to nyadamma
To nyadamma
and nothing but the truth.
nte fem fola mem manke to nyati
Nte fem fola mim manke to nyati
So help me God.
woto alama ala yendema.
Woto alman ala endema
You may be seated, please. Good morning, Mr. Jammeh. Welcome to the TRRC.
Ansul ko isama Mr. Jammeh ibe bismilandila TRRC.
I noticed that you opted to speak in Mandinka.
I would like to do my profile in English, the conclusion in English, but the rest of the deliberations in Mandinka.
I thought you were going to do it in Serer, considering that
You
you...
see, the greater majority of the people cannot speak Serer.
just listen. Just hear me out first. Let's allow for 3 seconds between our speeches. That way our speeches would not overlap. We've never had a Serer speaker. Well, no person testified in Serer before the commission. So I would have thought perhaps you would be the first one to do so. And, but anyway, we would not have had an interpreter to assist. So you are off the hook. Mr. Jammeh, at some stage, depending on how things go, if in the event we think that your choice of language would lead to significant loss of time, we may ask at some stage that you switch to English. That is just for the purposes of time management, of course, and I hope that you will indulge us should in case that becomes necessary.
That's all right.
Thank you very much. I want to discuss today some issues that you have outlined in your statement. First, we would want to talk about your biographical information, the various positions you have held, and also the genesis of the problem that culminated to your arrest and detention. Interpreter?
Follow mba follow la ite fangola kibaro lela itulum jumati anim fanan kachabe tente na hanfu ngata futa dinkirato dame yalonko wole keta ila kulu lanyati wato men ibite mutala ke arrest anim fanan katente hanfu wato men ite ate mabo ke sindidula kilingoto.
Of course, you would understand that there were lots of disagreements in CRR where you worked.
Ako tumandolo ifang sakoro siko kanwali jamale tarta CRR tundola ndel kafu jele janjambure tundo ko ibota kalama nyamin ko ifang yalong.
And a lot of fighting between various factions of the rice producing community in that region.
Aning mani senela la kafungulu da mangulu ila kanwali ni la nyokelo ufanan tata nyamin tumandolo ufana mukule tume yalong ko isibo kalama.
This hearing, it is not about who is right and who is wrong in those communities.
Nying sedearo amanke ko ibe nyine no masata la juma to nyabe jumale bulu wala jumale mantara to nyakan wo molu da manglu tema o kafolu men yalonko ibe otundo kan.
In fact, you would appreciate that there was a high court judgment about those same problems that were litigated in that region.
Ni hakilo bakan kito ketale akola men keta high court na kiti bunda ba nyindo wo kolu la men keta wo molla wo kanwali olti da manglu tema kito nyin keta akola le hanfo akona ta la nyama.
This commission is not here trying to address those problems, which community was right or which group was right or which group was wrong. That is not what the commission is here to do today.
Nying commission o mantara jang puruka jube wala ka noma sata tonyabe jumanyol le bulu wala jumanyol le mantara silo kang nying commission o mantara wo noma sato nyin no kang puruka o kolu bo nyoto wo jama molu da manglu tema menu be utundo kang.
This investigation today concerns the violation of your rights as an individual.
Bi CDRO betilin na menna wole mu ita kungo ye nyanta tinyalu menu laite kungo kang bitun kobe wole noma sata la ka jube ita la wo nyanta tinyalu munimmunam.
Our focus is the violations of your rights as a public official who was carrying out his duties.
Na nyati linya munyineti ko itebe do ko la mansale bitun wo kang inata nyanta tinyalu menu le kang adu woyatara ibela do ko le tamande kam mansa yebula do ko menna wo nyanta tinyalu ibe wolle jibela.
We are not concerned whether you acted properly or improperly during the time of your tenure.
Ntel mantara jubela fana ye ko lu menuke fo atilintale ani silo tata fo amantiling ani silo manta ila taro wuche kono je ila do ko kono.
What we are concerned with is how you were treated by the government of the day, whether your rights were respected as an individual or not.
Ntella jubero be kalamenti bi walamu man sakunda membe keri nungo timu ye kolu tamandi nyadi le hanfo ite tarta kono nyamin ila nyantolu tinyata nyamin anin kolu menu ketela ibe wolle no masata la ka jube pour ke bo nyoto ka lankenama.
So I hope this would help us situate the conversation we are going to have. At least it maps out the contours of what we are going to discuss.
Ko woto ngamira na nyindia mo ntenite abe silo tala le me ya lon ko wole be kolu be banke la kolu menu be konyi tata nyamin anim fanan kofum wala minimul ni lankena mol men bebe kokono pour kawlu be la banta ay Sénégal.
Are you ready to proceed, Mr. Jammeh?
Mr. Jammeh foy pareta le bang pour ka damuta.
Yes, I am.
In Mandinka.
Yes.
Oh, aka pareta le.
What are your full names, Mr. Jammeh?
Mr. Jammeh ito ani konto mumuneti.
Ndetomu Ousman Jammeh.
My name is Ousman Jammeh.
Date and place of birth?
Iwuluta lunjumale anin iwuluta mintole.
December karotil tang 1962 le wuluta 19 Lancaster Street Banjul.
10th December 1962, Lancaster Street.
Banjul.
In Banjul. Tell us where you grew up and where you went to school.
Afanyen yela dindi yake mintole foka men anin itata karambuto mintole.
Birinde wuluta 1962, 1968 mfama ni mbama saunda ikafoda mienum pipeline.
I was born in 1962, and in 1968, my parents transferred to Pipeline,
Where they now call Canifing East.
Kanifing South.
Close to all very close.
India, Kanifing South, Ntada St. Teresa's Kanifing Primary School, Kanifing.
I did all my childhood in Kanifing South, and I attended St. Teresa's Primary School.
Kanifing.
Tell us the years and your progression in your education.
Afonye o kanyanta sanjuma nyole anin ila itata nyato nyadi le kabuka ila karola karola kabo palasto kata palasto.
Ning hakilo bakang 1972 lom.
If I can recall, in 1972,
Kata 1978 kang.
going up to 1978,
Mbota wata Ntata Muslim High School.
I left there and went to Muslim High School.
Ntata je for 1984.
I was there till 1984,
Njita wakaramut.
and I graduated from that school.
Biringo wakaramungo bang.
After completing schooling there,
Ntata ngawatindin si ngawatindin doku.
I worked for a while.
Mbota woto ntata Gambia College nge higher diploma keje in general agriculture.
I then enrolled at the college and had a higher diploma in agriculture.
Okay, from 1992 to 1993.
That was from 1992 to 1993.
Mbota woto.
After I left there,
Nge dogo ke domandi.
I worked for a short while.
Mbota woto ntata University of the Gambia.
I left and enrolled at the University of the Gambia.
Ntata woto 2001 kata 2005 kamba 2003 nga karong ban.
I was there from 2001 to 2005, but by 2003, I had completed my schooling.
So in say 2005 kata ma ben karango jombot graduation.
I returned in 2005 to take part in the graduation.
Could you explain that? What's responsible for that hiatus of 2 years? You completed in 2003.
Yeah.
Why was the degree only awarded in 2000?
Ako wicho, usanjifula wicho, mome ye karangu bang 2003. So saya nga natake nyadile hanufo, imana ila makamu dila for 2005.
Karango nyamu sanyina karango
The program was for 4 years.
War butu semester wa semester do don take course taneta wala course say wala course konondo ngaba. Wala ngaba njun.
During that time, every semester, sometimes I took 10, 8 or 9 courses, which was why I completed earlier. At that time, you were not forced, but now you are obliged to take only 6 courses.
But was it the case that even if you managed to finish earlier than scheduled, your degree would not be awarded until the scheduled time?
Ako fo hanim bi wotumo ko le la renten hanni yela karango bang itela makamo dile la ila karango tukumo yemen soto fo hanifo itele wato melondi fo wotumo ko le be wala nyama bang
Ikela kaito soto la mimbo ko coming ye mantal min soto ye min soto la karango de ko kaito dile la bari butum pour que na fo dila butum fay mo be batu.
You had your certificate to indicate the level of education that you have attained, but you are not given the heart to indicate that you have actually accomplished that level.
Not
It means
certificate,
you're
you
not
have your
given the
transcript.
degree.
Not certificate. It's the transcript you have access to.
You're given the transcript, but you're not awarded the degree
Yeah.
until the scheduled time,
Yeah.
when all other students in that class would have graduated at the same time. That's what you intended to convey, right?
Correct.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's proceed. And what did you do after 2005?
ako sila ngatenten yemu
But-
ke
but
2005 ko la
Perhaps before then, what was the qualification?
famu fala
At
ye
University
makamo
of the
male
Gambia.
soto Gambia la University of
Ngay development na karang aning agriculture, it was an honors degree.
I studied development and agriculture.
It was an honors degree.
Proceed, please.
Birim bota woto nseta do gudla da ngay do ko ke dandang.
After I left there, I returned back to work. I worked for a while.
Nata mako ro sota pour kata karang wala tubabudu.
Then I got assistance to travel abroad to further my education.
Ntata University of Bradford.
I went to the University of Bradford,
Iruwa do ko
development work
aning project wal tapoto nyangol karanje.
and project management. That was what I studied.
That is development and project planning, MSc.
When did you graduate?
Ye makama take wati jumale dum
Ntata je 2006, njita 2008.
I went there 2006 and I graduated in 2008.
And tell us about your work experience.
ila do ko la karola ila londo ila jero ila fahamro wo sata nyislam bang
Yo, Benjita Muslim High School, 1984.
When I graduated from Muslim High School in 1984,
Nge sanji kilin simbe do kunyinola.
I spent a whole year seeking for employment.
Otumo ntona korda balde ntoloke vegetable garden neka otumo.
At that time, we lived in an extended family and we were engaged in vegetable gardening.
We lived in a big compound and were engaged in vegetable gardening.
After I did that work,
actually the Gambia nata mo ko do ko sote be min kankulaka.
I had vacancies being announced by Action Aid Gambia
E ko la vita karandir lal.
that they wanted teachers. So I applied
In Atanta,
and I was accepted in.
1985 le enta.
They enrolled me in 1985.
Yen sambe same pachonki.
They took me to Same Pachonkin.
What monka viole MID, but MID not, but science CRR not.
That time it was MID not, but now it's CRD not. CRR not. CRR not.
No. What more actually they can do dati, but imam for the primary 6.
That time Action Aid started a school, but it was not up to the 6th grade.
When for the Pachonki primary 5 to need the primary 6, pre la common entrance.
When I arrived at Pachonkin, I moved to the 5th grade to the 6th grade, and then they start the common entrance.
There was some common entrance, Bible BJ, Nila University degree, those
that I took for the common entrance, some of them have university degrees. They are now in bigger positions and are earning more money than I am currently earning.
At
that time, while I was at the school, we used to encourage each other with the students with regards to gardening. Action Aid then saw the need to move me to another place.
1987 yen samba kunting, Same Kunting.
In 1987, I was moved to Same Kunting.
Eko karamuntan nifulakata Same Pachonke katabo kir uldi around Kuru. Nte nyanta karamuntan nifulo be supervisor le motorcycle chika yadinda.
Kabominto?
Same Pachonke kata kir uldi around Kuru.
They said 12 school from Same Pachonking to Kir Uldi in CRR that I was to be responsible for all of those 12 schools.
Ye karamu kungo soto nyingarin doku aninna nyo doku nintia doku porunke dinol karande olanke wakilindala.
They had a glucose groundnut, and they wanted me to encourage the students to be involved in the farming of these
anin sise malayando
and also poultry farming.
Ndarta woto for 1990.
I was there till 1990.
Nka jam fayo ko nimol bintara karamon kli kana ka tambine kata karamol inil londi bay kana ka ken na bosti ka ken nyaton ko. I
noticed that the people that I went to school with were going for further education, and then upon their return they were moving ahead of me in life and advancing. So I thought to myself, I said, then I have to adjust my education.
Ministry of Agriculture.
That was what led to taking that higher diploma in agriculture.
1993, we started with the Department of Agriculture.
In 1993, I started work with the Department of Agriculture.
In 1993, in some North Bank region.
In 1993, I was posted at the North Bank region. I was taken to Karawan first and then to Yalal Tankunjara.
So when you decided to go to Gambia College, how long was your education there?
Gambia College. You what you
1990 to 1993. No education
I spent 3 years from 1990 to 1993.
And then you came out with a diploma, correct?
I do a diploma.
In which field?
Agriculture.
Allow
sorry.
In agriculture. That's good. And it was as a result of that you got employed at the Ministry of Agriculture. Was it automatic, or did you have to go through the process of looking for a job again?
I applied.
After I applied,
yen kumande
I was called.
ndata ikahumi interview ndata yin ka kan jakande
I went for an interview
inatanta
and then I was enrolled.
ya kawala nyam
And this was in
1993
1993. Who was the Minister of Agriculture at the time?
Walem agricultural minister ti wotumo.
nimma nyina ngamira Omar Amadou Diallo lo
If I don't forget, I think it's Omar Amadou Jallo,
Commonly known as OJ.
oje
Ka fo me
kare ngakilo ba kam bir ben diploma certificate o dala na mbulo di nyola
I remember when I was studying for my higher diploma in agriculture, we shook hands.
No, when I was being awarded
Awarded
my
the
certificate.
Sorry.
That's what you meant to say, right?
yes
Good, thank you. Proceed with your employment history.
sa yisi tenten ila do ko Kenya o fanan tariko fo nyiba.
yo mutu yen samba yala tankonjala
Then I was taken to Yala Tankula,
Tankonja.
Tankunjala.
Where is that?
Uronin dole
wobe CR naka be NBR le
That is in NDR,
North Bank.
amanjam fa fara fenyala
not far away from Parapin.
just around Chairman about
Around Chairman, that's where it is.
Proceed, please.
biri yen samba woto
When they took me there,
ikonye ko seno bunda karang be samba la ngi karafa mola o ye tenteng
since you studied agriculture, we will attach you to someone so that that education will continue.
ikavo me district supervisor ntarta koto as trainee district supervisor
I was under a person they call a district supervisor as a trainee district supervisor.
ne sanje kilinka woto
I spent 1 year there.
butum ke murum nin senalal ka kacha ni ka nyo yamar ni ka do ko ke pukye yuro ngoda wata sanje kili yen samba farfenya
We were there going around meeting farmers, advising each other and sharing ideas with them to advance their farming. And then after 1 year, I was transferred.
wotumo ye officer dole sota farfenya agriculture officer lam
That time there was an agricultural office in Farafeni.
yen samba woto ntata wo fananta sanje kiling
They took me there and I was there also for 1 year.
1995
In 1995,
yewulindi woto yen samba jara jasong
they moved me again to Jara Jasong.
wotu mo mbitaje ko sanji tan kampo mimbe jabu katama
The time that I was going there, they said that for 10 years, the camp that was there was unoperational.
kato molka min fonu wala ni ko banko mimbe jaman bete ane fon ke jabu ka bete
Because what they said was that the soil there was not good and anything you sowed there never grew.
yende samba jelo mi nanteni mo sabala nyanta tarlawo kampo kono
The day they took me there, I was to be posted there with 3 other individuals.
ntata mammo tara kampo kono
I went there and I did not find anyone in the camp.
bugol kono ibebe noring ibe sunkal
Inside the rooms were dirty, they were smelly.
tali yalbe karo bela
The cobwebs were all over the place.
ngani ni karo ko jamal le bijang
I asked them who are here.
ko nyam mo fula le bijang do be sate kono jason do be
Said there are 2 people here. There is one in Jasong, there's another one in Bureng.
ko yalde ko mandi ni be la janne bi ni wala kital
I told them, call them, we will spend the night, all of us here, if God wills it.
ye be ko mandi benata mutum be ngawura ngabul be fitangi do la be senani fasenat
They called them, they came, we undressed, cleansed the place, and we spent the night there.
ngalaje
We spent the night there.
ngini nka na keno nyin na woto mo ngamira hectare mo bija hectare kono to nyon sire ko nya banko mo bede ani fa fenka jabu ka bede ani me fambatan
I asked them about the land. I think at that time they were about 9 hectares, and they told me the soil here is not good. Whatever you grow here does not sprout, so don't even bother yourself.
nko ngal tamu bari mba jubela fale nim fole wala soto taba
I said to them, I have heard your version, but I will also try and see whether what you say is actually what is what is in existence.
nko ni ngala kitita nyina mbe nyokela janne mbe tiekela janne mbe benokela janne na jibabe la nyami
I told them, if God wills it, this year we'll grow coos, we'll grow belly seed, and we'll grow groundnut.
yanna kuma moy ngado ko dati
They listened to my advice, and we started work.
dulani nyata
The place was nice.
agriculture ko le nyosia ke wala competition ot
agriculture had a competition.
Jaso ye mo bedam.
Jaso came first.
Iko kampo mu banko fara no awutel ko de bang.
And they were surprised and they said, how can the camp that was dead, has it had a rebirth? Mr. Jammeh, all this is quite interesting, and I'm
okay,
sure
I can continue.
that Commissioner Kinte is enjoying it. But we have to make progress and get into the more interesting
yes,
things.
I understand.
Yes. I spent 1 year in Jasong.
Yembo woto yen sound the Jinoi Agricultural Station.
I was transferred to the Jinoi Agricultural Station.
Soil conservation.
They said that I should be responsible for soil conservation
And in crop production.
and crop production.
Butun senela karandi wala senela dokulam regional beta butun nika nyo karandi nika nyo sembentu ya puru senosa yirwa ntata wala sanjikili.
And the agricultural extension workers there, that I should be exchanging ideas with them and teaching them so that the agriculture in that area will be improved.
Ngemol ma ko tindila senoto ngemol ma ko garden senoto sisi mbala nda kujama.
We helped people on the gardenings and poultry production and other aspects.
Muka dates of Jimmy back around 1999 in Saudi.
I don't look at the dates, but I think by 1999 I was moved again
Soil and Water Management Unit, Yundum.
to the Soil and Water Management Yundum, office at Yundum.
And Tata Water Sanjikilin, Tata University of the Gambia.
I was there, I think, for a year, and then I enrolled at the University of the Gambia. According to your statement,
yes.
you...
There are so many dates, I know I will not be able to, unless I look at them.
That's right. It was from 1998 to 2000 where you were at the Soil Management Unit in Yundum.
Minta kabo 1998 kata 2000 lom itarta soil management walem banko do kunyati Yundum.
And you started your undergraduate studies in 2001.
Yela undergraduate walem ila makama karamo ya damuta 2001.
And your degree was awarded in 2005.
Yela degree makamo deal in 2005.
Proceed, please.
Kwetenteng.
Yo. Mutum continued to kola inatan samba sapo.
I continued working and then I was taken to Sapo.
Ma wato manso ba kamba suti andila lele.
Because there is not much time, let me try to concise it for you. I worked there
2005 to 2006.
From 2005 to 2006.
What more Taiwanese of Bangkok?
During that time, the Taiwanese were in the country. They chose me.
Counterpart.
That I should work with the Taiwanese and make them counterparts. So that whatever they were doing, I would be aware of it. So that the technical know-how that they came with here, in the event they left, I would be able to use that in operation here. To also with the Taiwanese, teaching farmers and helping them out, we all did that. Leadership training also. How to manage things, that education also will be. And also to strengthen the rice farmers associations.
No, okay.
I did that.
In 2006.
In 2006.
Monitoring and evaluation officer.
I was the monitoring and evaluation officer.
What moments akunda project kutolo mimi manduku project wote wasa walifanya tata karawala de 2006 ilimokono.
In that same year 2006 the government established a unit for rice production, and it was the same year that I went for my education.
What more?
At that time
project wala doko contribute be maralinga ka monitoring and evaluation.
I was responsible for monitoring and evaluating the project to observe if things were going well or not. If things were not going well, we put our efforts to ensure that things were going well. What is called correction, we will do that.
Do I continue?
Yeah, please proceed.
Quite an
For how long did you work as a monitoring and evaluation officer?
wala ka kolu kontibo monitoring evaluation ye wati jelle kewto
Ngemi podrong nga dati 2006 le.
As I said, I started in 2006.
For woni kan ngota nyola for project la fita banna bato minna.
That went alongside my schooling until when the project was nearing completion.
Utum channing project banna inata place kudo dinna.
Before the project ended, I was given a new position.
Ye place odinne ka mi director, regional director ya.
And that position was regional director.
And when did the project end?
do ko nyin project ko nyin banta wati jumale
Project kata 2006.
The project was in 2006,
Kata for 2009 mafanna.
going up to around 2009,
Kata 2010.
up till 2010.
Kata 2009 lentata pase as regional director.
And in between, that was 2006
Yes.
to 2008, you went to do your master's.
Yes.
ko 2006 and in 2008 ma tumolam itatela masters makamo ke bang
Tonyala.
That's true.
So upon your return, did you resume that same position or you were elevated?
rimuruta nang yo place kilimule tabang fodu yela place o cikandi sandole
Continue wala for 2009 o plus kilingo.
I continued in that position up till 2009.
2009 le yen tolo butu yen samba base.
That was in 2009, I was upgraded and moved to Basse.
Yen ke regional director ti.
And I was made the regional director.
But hanim bimbulo mambo support.
But yet still, I was still handling SAPO.
Manke nyaton ko ye barin kata jenni ke nyoma ko wati ne wati.
I was not a leader, but I frequented there from time to time and gave assistance.
Because what more project wala kontibo bentele bulu ka kontibo wati ne wati.
Because during that time, I was responsible for monitoring the project.
And what were your functions in Basse as regional director?
saen biye samba base ila do ko mun leti kake tundo la director ti
Kake tundo la director nke minju ben wotumo.
To be a regional director, what we looked out for during that time,
Mo le ka tare ko to do ko la.
that time you had people working under you
Ike sembentu ya do ko nyanta tamala nyamin.
and you upgraded them on how the work is supposed to go.
You guide them.
Sulata magoro minna kodo la karola pour que do ko tamandi itel fatambel worin wala.
Assistance they need in terms of money to carry out their duties, you were responsible for
O
that.
kodo le ke essential ni nyim femme sangol topato.
And it is that money that went into the fuel and other miscellaneous expenses.
Itel fatambe mararin choki nyolo la indi do ko bundal dol mu yalan ko be banko kan original kan.
You were also responsible for coordination between that unit and other departments in relation to agriculture in the country.
Pour que funti banta fanan katela karangol topato itel fanam ke sembentu ya wo fanan.
You also empower them in terms of accessing further education abroad.
Nyimbe ka kele pour que seno yirwandi pour que senalal sembentu ya.
You did all this to upgrade them and to empower agriculture.
But were you later moved to some other region?
fo inate bondi jele banke samba dula kote to
Ntarta base sanje kiling.
I was in Basse for a year.
Yen sendi nan CRR South base.
I was returned to
Sapo.
CRR South in Sapo.
Ntarta woto.
I was there.
Nga project yanga project coordinator nga project warning director be tamandi for CRR South fana.
I was project coordinator and I simultaneously held that position with regional director.
Wo fana do ko sifa mi mbakang base ngo do ko sifa le keje.
That one also, the same work I did in Basse was the one I also did in Sapo.
Mi ye fata dron man do ko sembo wala Sapo ma fangola dina base ba do ko be yele bara sembo wata Sapo ma fangol.
The only difference is that the rice production was more intense in Sapo than in Basse.
Wala be je. Esabe ma ko la kar safaro siara ndi to siara kenyi ni kardon ka jabi.
That was there, and council, you will assist me because there's a lot of literature, and you just help me with the dates, and I'll be responding.
No problem.
le akute oto
all the issues that subsequently surrounded your arrest and detention pertain to issues that happened in CRR, correct?
Ako kolu melu be na ta sabu hani fo ye muta fo ye sindi dula killing amunta wo kolu be sabu buta CRR tundole kan
abumba sababu ta wolto.
Most of it was there.
Okay, we would come to that, but in the meantime, let's proceed with your progression in your career. In 2012, you were again moved to the position of Director General, to the Director General's office rather in Bakau. Could you tell us about that?
akoto nya mbina murula okanne akobari wati sotoda inati samba ila makamu samba nyato wolem 2012 ke samba Director General la office to Bakau akonye yew fo nyembang
Imanna makamu wala fabiri ben sambala woto.
When I was being taken there, my position was not, I was not elevated.
Hanim bi regional director yala ben bulu.
Up till then, I was still the regional director.
Kwale ya ko mi soto sapo wala ne yen sawunde.
The challenges that were in Sapo was the reason for my transfer.
Because muneketa
Because what happened was that
kafole be sapo ka mu cooperative.
there was an organization in Sapo called Cooperative.
Man doku kafolam.
It was a rice production association.
Yes.
We would come to those things. That's the genesis of the problem.
minajele kole yalla ko da mutata wollela
Now let's just talk about your career progression.
kay ngela pala solu la bula nyono nomo ngawlu sata falo
You were a regional director in CRR.
mutundu director ti CRR
Because of the problems in Sapo, you were redeployed to headquarters in the office of the Director General.
kole akolu menu sotonda CRR wo kunyalu kono wala na inate bondije saundi office ba nyinto headquarters membe Bakau
When you were redeployed to the headquarters of the Director General,
biriye saundi kenati headquarters Director General la office auto
were you given another position?
fo ye palasi dole dila bang
Imam palasi do dinna.
I was not given another position.
Mu director di doron.
I was just a director.
Yen samba je tablo din nan sita.
I was taken there and I was given a desk and I sat down.
E nya kasinna.
They ignored me,
Rentanga mutala ko betembo min do nyanta do ko kenola hani momam fem foñ.
but I saw to it that at the stage I was in, I could do my duties without being told by anyone.
Nga kalamta wotu mo FAO.
I was aware at the time that the FAO,
Ye joran jamale samana mun boko jambandola nin turun.
they brought a lot of materials, things like seedlings and fertilizers.
But before then, Mr. Jammeh,
Sajama januwo
weren't you deployed weren't you transferred to chairman?
ako januwo kala fo me saundi nun chairman bang
Ani chairman iman sawunde je ya fole.
No,
Bari wala bantale.
I was not transferred to Salmin. It was just mentioned, but that was the end.
Rinna kutata.
Could you explain that?
fo si o
Wasn't
sata
it the case that you were transferred to chairman, but you refused to go because you felt that chairman was not a directorate position?
fodum isi o to senayandi nye bring yo fo ko koy bita chairman amunta balantale pour kataje katu amunta yenyili je ko chairman wo dinkira wo makamo wo mantara director la do ko kono
La vitamin senayandi la safero manke pour ken samba ya fonye dal la ko la vitan samba la chairman nen ko chairman mam makamo soto makamo min bembul.
I want to make this clear. There was no writing indicating that I should be moved there. This was merely said verbally, and I told them that what attains in chairman, I do not have the requisite know-how to carry out that task.
Ani mawo fode. Nkonna makamo mbe tembo minto manya na tala woto.
I said my level of competence, the stage it was, I was not supposed to go to that place.
No, it's not level of competence. It is his grade. His grade is not the same as the grade in chairman.
Amen.
He was a director, and the positions available in chairman were not up to the level of director. Is that what you're trying to convey?
Go left.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Then you tried to create, well, once you decided that you were ignored in the office, is that what you said?
Yenyine fonun ko amunta ye nya kasila le office o kono je. Fo onte imo la fonun koma nun domandi.
Ole keta.
Yes, that was what happened.
And then what did you do?
Yo biro botale nata muneke.
Office of je fongoto nim molket kacha pour ka je ko do kole akol me office of fongoto ngaji bemba yiron la nyami.
In the office, I used to discuss with some people so that we will take care of some of the challenges that were in that office.
Inata fonye ko FAO fongo la fita mo fulal la muli ya lonko isela jing jorangol janjandi no afke ferol landi animba abeto to nyami senela la karola.
Then they told me that in fact the FAO wanted 2 people who would be responsible for distributing the materials that they brought, who will responsible for setting out the mechanism for these to be distributed across the country.
Director General of Fongole wo na kacha.
The Director General himself told me that, and we discussed about it.
D'accord, tanka woto butun sa mo fana nyini livestock because ku fulal be nyinto na mani sanol nin na nyim kunko tak senol aning belen senol.
We discussed that and we agreed, and I suggested to him that we should pick someone from the livestock because this is rice production and also livestock production. So myself and that individual, we took care of that assignment until we completed it. Then the Director General said to me that there was a vacancy at Kuntaur, that now we will transfer you to go to Kuntaur, to the position of a director.
That would have been in 2012, right?
Yes.
I'm on 2012
I was there. I spent 1 year there. Then transfer came again.
West Coast region.
They took me to Yundum, West Coast region. And that happened because of a problem. During that time, the former president, it was said that he went to West Coast, but he was not happy. He discussed with the minister. During that time, the minister was Solomon Owens. He said to him, nominate a director and take him to this place.
Honorable Solomon Owens
The Honorable Solomon Owens called me and told me that we are taking you to West Coast. I said, that's not a problem. Since it's a directorate, I can go there.
In 2013.
They took me there, 2013. I was there also for 1 year.
2014.
In 2014, they moved me to Cape and they said, now we are going to make you the Director General.
So you Director General 2014.
So I was made Director General in 2014. I do not know why, but it seems 1 year tenure is too much in my life. I also spent 1 year in that position. Then I was moved again.
Ministry of Agriculture, permanent secretary.
They took me to the Ministry of Agriculture as permanent secretary. What I did there was not up to a year.
Deputy Minister of Agriculture.
They removed me and made me a Deputy Minister of Agriculture. I think I spent 3 or 4 months in that position. They told me, this is not your place. Wait a while, we'll transfer you to the prisons and you can taste that place as well.
To the 5-star hotel.
Yes.
That's the way my work panned out.
Yes,
good.
During
After that came to an end, after I left the prison, I was jobless. I sought for work.
United Purpose.
So an NGO called United Purpose
wol fone do ko kankala nga safe butu wolienta
announced for a job vacancy, and I applied, and they took me in
2017.
in 2017. We would come to that and deal with it in a little more detail
mbina tala wotole ngo fana bonyoto demanding
towards the end of your testimony.
ila sedero bandula ma fangola.
Now, let's go back to your time in Sapo
Na muru wato kan wato men ibenun sapo.
and the problems that led to your arrest.
Wolu men ya kendi hanfo inate muta.
And let's look at it starting from the events of 2011.
Nga jube aketa nyamen ka damuta kwolula menu keta kabrin 2011.
Like I said earlier, we are not necessarily interested in which group was right and which group was wrong.
Mdelu mansula nyina jumanyo lebe to nyakang ani jumanyo le mantara to nyakang.
That issue was litigated and the matter was finally decided by the courts.
Wokuo ya kuo bonyoto le ka kiti adun kiti bundal nata akangolondi akwoto.
But we are interested in all those activities that form the background of what led to your subsequent arrest and
Bari
detention.
ntel lafta kuolu menuna wolem kuolu lata nyoka nyadi munkule keta hanufo anatake sababoti puru yemuta.
Now, could you start to talk about the events that that led to your arrest? If you want guidance from your statement, you can start looking from page 5.
Ako saying isa fonyen ka damuta kuolula ibulata nyono manyamin hanufo itate muta ni lafta ya marola isa adube lera lulu njango nyinto page 5.
betet
That's good.
2011
In 2011,
senelalu
the farmers
ye saferolek
wrote
butung mansakundari ngol mimbe wo region to CRR
the local government at authority at CRR.
yen kumandi bengola
They called us for a meeting.
wotu moy tol mukka fulor ngol dika mi Rice Farmers Cooperative Society.
At that time, there was an established organization called Rice Farmers Association.
Biri bengo kumandi
When the meeting was called,
iko to lakka fu nyato nkolu
they said the leaders of their association,
imam kontani wolle la kula
they were not pleased with them.
iko kadu dalilo lebe jemu yarne man kontani
They said there were reasons why they were not happy with them,
because kafonying
that the association,
mimba kono tol mamba kalamay malong
that the things that were operating inside the association, they were not aware of those things.
misal fe jorawol minke sang
For example, the implements that were bought,
ni do kudinda kodol minke sotoje buka fellonje
when they are used for hire to work, the money that is gained from that, they were not aware of how that money was being managed. When they are rented out? Yes, sir.
comme ni koboke plowing for instance
When they plowed, for instance,
minke sotoje
the income generated
abuka sate
is never announced to them.
dum kafonyim fana metal
It's never declared to them.
kafonyim fana metale
The association also was there for a long time.
ni muila nyantol de anila loi pour sango sangi kafu be mbakumande
And it was their laws that every year they will have an annual meeting,
pour do ko min kada nyin sankartan nim fula tambila kono
so that all the work that took place for the past 12 months
ase kacha
will be discussed,
ko do fana be al halo min da se kacha
and also the state of their finances will be discussed,
kartan nim fula do mi nyaati ngala do kol mi nyanta kale be se kacha da kawrala
and also the subsequent 12 months ahead will also be discussed.
iko bukake
They said those things were not happening,
ko do fana buka konti bo du sango sa nyanta konti bo la de
and money was not also accounted for, which is supposed to be done annually.
wolle ma anin kuma jama
Those and many others,
biri o sata je
when those were enumerated there,
butu mime marali mbengala bolum wolom chairman o te area council chairman wol na si governor toyal
so who the area council chairman was chairing the meeting, and he was representing the governor.
akoyo kala kanyi min fote ngal ka fo mulun kam wol mama be bengota yamirante lum ko to jibe la banga lum ko to kosi ngebe kumande
He said these allegations you are leveling, the people you are leveling them against are not here. Don't you think we should move this meeting to another day when they will all be called to be present?
but hari wonde fon alto lañin ko be musena ko de nyanda tala agriculture office le ngani mol be kumande benga singa nyin kacha kayro kon
That aside, since this issue is an agricultural issue, I think we should go to the agricultural officer and we could discuss it there amicably.
Butung inata bengo kosi yawo modol be kumandi.
Then a meeting was rescheduled and the others were called.
Ibenata.
They all came
Kumala tariafe.
to make the things short.
Bere nata butung nyulmi yalan ko yekole akoso ko ko ala sata.
When they came, those that had the difficulties, I told them to narrate them.
Nkoye ko amanke konte de nkoye ko.
Mola. I told them to narrate.
Biri ye sataroke.
After they narrated,
Butu nyulmi yalan ko ini wolle be nyola nkol fanan ko ali jabiroke.
so these ones that were accused, I told them to respond.
Wol jamabe ko ne manson jabirola.
Many among them did not agree to respond.
Mi ye jabiroke baake wole ila secretary ila saferla.
The one that responded was their secretary.
Butung moto kadu kudo fanan kanyini ngaye wala nyindi ko moto nying alhalo welari nyami wala kadu action de moto bale say nun troko min nyanda mano bolanda mando kullara ka sambela milo de pour ka tu.
One other issue that was under discussion was the state of a vehicle that was bought by Action Aid, which normally would pick their rice from the production site to their milling machine.
Nyindol ko ya wafile mamba kala may mala dalilo mi ya wafi.
These guys said they sold it and they don't know the reason why, they were not aware.
These
other guys said they will not speak until they accounted the association before they spoke.
In a sense, Mr. Jammeh, in a sense, there was a dispute among members of the cooperative as to how the assets of the cooperative were being used. And the use of the funds belonging to the organization. Those were the problems, correct? What efforts do you know were made in order to resolve this problem?
After they all spoke, we advised them. I told them you must handle this issue peacefully. Your cooperative has its own rules and regulations. You must operate by those since we all agreed to be bounded by those. You will also make effort. This general meeting, you also hold it since it is also part of your rules and regulations.
Cooperative agricultural business
Since this is a cooperative, you will contact the agro business for them to come and account the association. When all those issues were discussed, that day there was agreement. We dispersed peacefully. Then we left, believing that things will now proceed in the right way. But in my own observation, the reason why things did not proceed as expected, that was when the National Assembly member came, because he was not present at the meeting. So when he came, I realized that everything that was agreed upon in that meeting, he changed. But despite all of that, they tried and called for a general meeting. They carried out an accounting process. They conducted an election. After that happened, these other guys refused to transfer power.
Which other guys?
These are the people who were running the cooperative.
Wala ko ite sembo dila.
who said they would not
I
transfer
told
power
them executive members nyoldi no.
because they were the executive members then.
During kafubala bengo sita ye bondi.
During the general meeting, they were removed.
In a sense, you are telling us that during the annual general meeting,
ibenyine foka nyanko ibeo karabe bengo la tumo mena menkete la sawo san karabe bengo ti
an election was made for a new executive.
amunta carte fayo kete jele puru yemo kutolu tombong
Correct.
melu bekela kunton kolti folemba
Yeah. Tonya.
Yes.
And as a result of that election,
bitu wo carte fayo la ko kamma
a new executive was elected.
ye kunton ka kutolu tombong folemba
Olam.
That's it.
The new executive members,
wo mo kutolu
were
melu
they
ye
the
tombong
same or different from the old executive?
wo mo kilingulu ye wolle sayo palaso to ban fodu ye mo kutol le tombong ye palaso di men
Ye mo kutol le tomo.
They elected new members.
And from what you have said, it looks like the old executive refused to hand over to the new executive.
amunta ye men mo fololu menu bije nyaton kayala wolu balanta pour ka sembo sawundi kadi mo kutolu la ye menu tombon kutake
Wala keta.
That was what happened.
But what was it that they refused to hand over to the new executive?
nimmun kulle ya sabu i balanta pour ka sembo sawundi mo kutolu
Ntol ngamin korosi.
What we observed,
National Assembly member mimbi jenu wotu mo wala ko man doyaje.
the National Assembly member who was there at the time played a major part in that whole.
We would come to that, Mr. Jammeh. The question is,
mbina jele Mr. Jammeh
what was it that the old executive refused to hand over to the new executive?
mina otole bari mun nimmu ne beje nyin koto malu balanta pour ka men sawundi kadi kuta malu la e palaso di menu la
Kuma do fanam fotaje wala nyinti ko.
One other thing was said there, which was that
Wala bearing minister fulanata je.
that was when two ministers came there.
Iko muso doli kole ako itandiko itolman siawo executive kono. Wo fanam fotaje.
Imamu,
Muso.
the women were very few. What was said there was that the women complained that very few of the women were part of the executive.
But that was at a later stage.
Munda onata ke kuolu kolale.
That was when the Minister of Justice and the Minister of Local Government were deployed, correct?
Ako wala mnyinte birim minister mem marta kitol nin tilingula ani minister mem marta senola biringol tata je wato le mo waketa.
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Mamfuta o dinkirato follow.
I just want to know that from the first AGM,
Alafta lonna le kabo bem fulo nyinto ila karabe be nyingi.
in which a new executive was elected,
Wato me ye mo kutolu tombo nyaton ka kutolu.
you said that the old executive refused to hand over
Yenyum foko mo kotolu menu benum kunton kayala ibalanta
to the new exec.
saundi kutamalu bulu.
What was it that they were supposed to hand over that they refused to hand over?
Mun kula bije iteli nyanta men saundi la kutamalu bulu ibalanta menna.
Ka foy jorangol le soto.
the cooperative had materials
Mimboko trakitolu.
such as tractors,
Mimboko power tilalu.
such as power tillers.
Imam pare wala soundila.
They were not ready to hand them over
Because kalamutaro kital ko.
because there was an understanding that
Wo jorangol do mantraje koteke.
some of those implements were no longer there anymore.
I soundirobe kole yala wo soto dajele.
And so to transfer them would be difficult.
Wo ku kilinde dije.
That is just one issue.
How about records? Were the records also transferred?
Yo kolu menu keta ika safele. Wo fen saferingo wala wo ku saferingo tubabol ka fama records. Wo dum fanan. Fodum inatawlu saundi le foy balanta wo fanan saundi le.
Yalo ila safero fanankete bulnum kole akolti.
You know, their record was also a problem
Kada biring auditor nata.
because when the auditors came,
Puruke safero soto nyulumbula keta kole akolti balantale.
for them to get any record from these people was difficult. They would not cooperate.
Near audit report o jibe ba jela ko.
If you looked at the audit report, you will notice that
Wol fanamba fo kanne ko.
they were also saying that
ila vita safero kulo min fana mbele ma soto noy buli ka fo ko nyim mankitale nyim filtale
that all that they wanted to get from them, they could not, and they indicated that this and this were missing.
do ye record dol fana samana office dol fana
And they brought also other records to the office
pour ka la ndi hani janni nyul over
to put them there until that time when these people were ready for the handing over.
walon safero de muli alan ko auditor ya soto tol bulu
These were the records that the auditors got from them.
wo fana ketal
How about the bank accounts?
Saying ila bank kodi control dung wala kata nyadi.
Or the books of accounts?
Wala bukolu kodi kolu safeta menu bala.
nga kala mata ko balon kata wotol
I was aware that there was refusal on that aspect too.
kado ngamere bank account o mi soto no ngamera nimmanyina man do no hakilo do muta bakal ba ngara sa wala sinol
I think they had about seven bank accounts, if I can recall.
auditor fol ba fo ko muna nal be nyim bank account fana be so la nyin si ajawtal
The auditors were asking them, why would you have this number of bank accounts? This is many.
wutung hakilo ta nta hakilo to fana be muta no la fo soundiro kete nyami
I cannot recall exactly how the transfers were done.
bar ngal ne ngamin kala muta balon kete jelno
But what I know, there was a dispute there.
As a regional director, were you directly involved in the administration of the affairs of the cooperative?
Ita memu tundo la director. Feta famu bulo tarta wo dokolu kono le menketa dokolu nyim maranyani nga samba nyati menketa ila cooperative dokoti.
hani nte mu yamar lalti je aninke silo itandila wala ntela do goto
No, I was an advisor and also someone who shows them the way. That's my responsibility.
was cooperative ni la vita bamba nyanda to la ifangol le bulu ise ya maroke watini wati se silo itandila wala nyanda keleta do goto
If you want to strengthen a cooperative, you let them run their own affairs, you only advise them and show them the way from time to time.
And how about the accounts? Did the government or the Department or Ministry of Agriculture have a role to play in this?
Saying kontibo Kenya do ku bunda wala mansakunda wala bunda do sisoto men ya lonko wala nyanta o fanan keta nyadi le ko kontibo
min kadu cooperative ye act soto
Yes, of the
mansa cooperative bo lakoto
the agri which the cooperatives are directly under.
bar min korosita wo fanan to wol fanan mela do ko tamani ko mankita
But what was observed is that they were not doing their work as expected. They failed in accounting the cooperatives.
bawo ning hakilo ba kan sanji wora wala sile tol fanan manta o la pour kata konti boy mom senelal hakilo bulandi fo biring ñi modol wulta
If I can recall, is for 7 years they've not gone to account these cooperative and also to advise the farmers until this individuals came.
act bembul jande fanan na evidence so fanan dino wala
I am in possession of the act, and if you wish, I could hand it over to you.
But this meeting, the annual general meeting, in which a new executive was elected,
nyin karabe bemba min sawo sambengo ye nyaton ka kutolu tombo ndami wo bengo
was it done according to the constitution of the cooperative?
ya kele ka samba ni sartol la cooperative nyin fon la sartol be nyami ya ni wala samba nyola ba
ya ni wala samba nyola ni la act nying
Yes, it was in accordance with that, plus
it is no be la act nyim beje
there was the constitution and there was the act.
agric business le fana ya tamande
And that was done by the agribusiness.
And how were these problems of this handover ultimately resolved? I am referring to page 8 of your statement.
ila kuma kan saferingo statement o nyin ala lera say njang abole made say pour que kuolu sawundi kabo karado kana karado wol nata laban nyaadi le hanfo ya kuobo nyoto
ñoo sabo metale ko bo ka bo ñota ko liata ka politiko le fana ya da dunje.
The dispute took a long time, and to resolve it took a long time because politics also crept in.
Because ñindol lote fayla ko ñindol ko altol mo opposition le ñindol control be APRC butung masakunda e sembentu ya ñindol kele.
Because one group said that they were labeled as the opposition, and the other side also stood and said we are APRC, and they were empowered by the government to kick these ones out of office. So those that were labeled as the opposition sought the recourse of the law, and when they went there, the law examined the issue and ruled in their favor. But the law was not executed because those in politics, they were behind the political leaders.
Justice Ministry Sheriff Division handing over.
The Justice Ministry sent the Sheriff Division for the handover to take place.
But Mr. Jammeh,
Mr. Jammeh,
prior to this judgment, there were some investigations.
Yes.
Could you tell us about those investigations?
Department of Agriculture.
The Department of Agriculture.
Director General.
Their Director General.
I am Wakilin Tombo.
Selected one individual.
Ibrahim Jawara.
Called Ibrahim Jawara. He told him to go there to investigate the matter. Ibrahim went there. He called me. He said to me, I have come to investigate this matter because I have been directed by the Director General. I want us to bring these two groups together so that we could discuss, so that I can get information from them. I said to him, it's good. He said to me, but we will hold the meeting in your agriculture office. I said to him, there is no problem. Then he informed these two groups.
Because I followed a konya ko itite inform la bunka hanim adung ngi bela telephone numbers ñol dilete be commande.
He first of all began by asking me if I could inform them. I said to him, no, let me give you the telephone numbers of the two groups so that you will call them personally.
Ani kachata.
He discussed with them.
They
all agreed that they will hold a meeting at the SAPO office. He said to me, I want you to be present, and I said, it's fine. The day came, and we all got there.
All executive
The old executive would not come. These other ones we were seated, and they did not turn up. He said to me, Ousman, these people have they not turned up? I said to him, I don't know the reason, but I think get to know. Then he called them. They said to him, well, since it is Sapo, we will not come there because Ousman Jammeh is there. Because he is. He said, do you want us to go then? He said, then let's go to Visaka.
Visaka mu village savings lady have a training center na Brikama.
The Visaka is village saving, is at the training at Brikama. That also, we went there with
new executive nata.
The new executive members came.
Old executive manna.
The old executive did not come. He said to me, these people have not turned up. Do you know the reason? I said, no, I don't know the reason, except if you call them. And they said they needed a vehicle, that he should send them a vehicle. He sent them a vehicle. So we saw, we didn't see them.
The third sure.
Then they said to him, we will not come
Haruna Mbaloya,
But I want all of us to go to Alaji Haruna Mbalo's place,
APRC la chairperson o mimbeje.
the chairperson of the APRC there.
Walta konte ko butunga ngata jenga ntida woto de.
Then he said to me, let's go there. And I told him I wasn't going there.
Why did you refuse to go there?
Munana ita fana malla fi pur kata woto.
Because man parenda dunna politiko to malla fi politiko enda do ko tinya.
Because I did not want to get involved in politics. I did not want it to spoil my work.
Nko e ko nali en kiti dawda min nim politiko man nyoset seden nga mema belal.
I told them, if you called me anywhere else, which is not in line with politics, I will come.
Nga bari alaji Haruna Mbalo la mi ala ko APRC la chairperson olom iko nyindol mu opposition nyindol fe nga ko te pol bendi no la wota.
I said, but to go to Alaji Haruna Mbalo's compound, where one group has already been declared as an opposition, I will not go to such a place.
Nga mo be nyando so left la politiko party o party yetaraje bari la do ko ne manyana politiko tamani laji.
I said to him, everybody has a right to belong to their political party of choice, but in your workplace, you must not bring issues of politics there.
Ko nyawoto silante bitaje le nge interview woto.
He said to me, well, then I will go there myself and interview them.
And who said that?
Ibrahim Jawara, the Director of Administration of the Department of Agriculture.
And this is the person who was tasked to do the investigation.
Fact finding.
Nta do ko di wala la praita kiskisi rola.
Ay do ko diata la pra kiskisiroga.
Yes, he was tasked with the investigation.
Akonya new executive mol interview la janne.
He said to me, I will interview the new executive here.
Nga better.
I said to him, that's good.
Mbeda fana nyini ngale mi lo nyinko beto.
I will ask you personally what you know about the whole issue.
Nga nga fana nyamba be satele.
I said to him, anything that I know about it, I will tell you. So these ones narrated what they know. I also narrated what I know. Then he went to the others, and I believe they also narrated their side of the story.
Ultimately, he produced the report,
Yes.
didn't he?
Bitunga be ko la anata kibaro fintindele faman kibar sa.
Ay kibaro safe.
He wrote a report.
Report of Mandala Director General yam report of Kitantol Bele Nyola.
The report did not go to the Director General alone. It was sent to us at the same time.
Because I ke email da Kim Be.
Because it was through the email and it was sent to all of us.
Biringaje.
When I saw it,
Ngaje kontanga fofo for Yamantara report okono.
I noticed that all the things I said to him were excluded from the report.
Ndara Director General ya.
I went to the Director General. I said to him, I thought you sent an investigator to investigate the issue. He said to me, yes. He said to me, but when he returned, he did not give me anything. He only sent me an email, just as you saw. Then I said to him, then all of you are in the same camp. Because if I send somebody and he returns, we'll discuss the issue first. I said, I will go and I will also respond to this.
So you responded to the report, correct?
Yes.
Munta fana yo kibaro jabile.
Because you were dissatisfied with the report.
Aku eteliye men safe amese wo.
Yes.
Were the conclusions or the recommendations contained in that report implemented?
Sai kolu banta nyamen wala ya marolu menu fotaw kibaro kono. Ina tawlu tamandile bang.
Jamaman tamani jere bar min tamare jenge min kalamata wala nyine kembondi siarar.
Most of it was not implemented, but the only thing that was implemented was to move me from CRR. That one I am aware.
So were you moved subsequently?
Instantly, I was not removed. Because what happened is, all the two groupings, whoever did the writing would come to Banjul. One side will be saying Ousman has to be removed. The other side will be saying he will not be removed. But all of the problem was within Lower Fuladu West. All other areas of the region we are not involved. It was while we were there that these two ministers were sent out.
Local government minister,
that is the local government minister, Wajwara,
and Justice Minister Lamin Jobate,
and the Justice Minister Lamin Jobate. They sent to them. When they were being sent, I wasn't aware. But the region that I was in, I had 30 people who were spread across the region. So most of the time, nothing is hidden from me.
Foi be min falanya photo nyala min photo nyande tumando muko will be verify bari ndakuma jamala moy.
Whether what they told me is usually the truth or not, but in most cases, I hear a lot of things.
Minister Fulonata Alaji Mbaloya, Haruna Mbaloya.
They said to me, 2 ministers came to Haruna Mbalo's compound. They spent a long time there. And they were there with a large group. After some time, they left for Janjambure. And they held a big meeting there. And they brought these 2 groupings together. Then they had a discussion. Whatever was discussed there, I did not know. I was sitting in my station and then got a call from the deputy governor. That is Malang Saibo. He said to me there was a meeting in Janjambure. And that brought these 2 sides together. Since you are the director here and this is an agricultural issue, they want you to be present here so that you can also get to hear what you have to say. I said to him, fine, I'll come. That was when I called the driver and we departed. When I got there, I did not find anyone speaking. They were already done.
Justice Minister Konyako.
The Justice Minister said to me, the problems that are here, I want you to tell us what you know about it. So I told them all I knew from the beginning to the end. When I was ready, he said to me, the election did not proceed accordingly. This election, if anything, I annul it.
Was it within the power of the Minister of Justice to annul the elections of a cooperative society?
Minister la symbol kono de pour cooperative kafo ye la fansun carte fayo menke pour ka wol burka aya symbol so leba
ani ndangal na ka ma symbol so dunga te fanga fanga yalo na ka ma symbol.
No, I knew that he did not have the power, and he himself knows that he did not have the power. After he said that to me, I said to him, by what I know about this issue, and in my own observation, the process was done in the right way. He said the recognition that the women are supposed to have in this association, they don't have.
Vice chairperson, na women vice chairperson, Fatoumata Tarawale.
He said to me, a women vice chairperson, Fatoumata Tarawale, that 50 women came to her, lodging that complaint. I said to them, this association is predominantly composed of women, and if they would not vote for one another, I wouldn't be in a position to vote for any one of them. And all the settlements here, each one of them have representatives in the cooperative, and I do not have the authority to remove anyone. He said to me, we will redo this election. I said, it's okay. So after all of that, we dispersed. We all went our separate ways. They set up a committee. So they said that they were going to go from village to village and discuss with the people about...
So during this period, considering that the mandate of the new committee has been terminated, and there was no handover from the old executive to the new executive, whose mandate has just been terminated. Were there any interim measures put in place to run the affairs of the cooperative?
That was not there. What we did was to advise
I told them your rice fields will get destroyed and no work is done there.
Alnyanta kamben na la fodo ko ka man sakunda anim demar bunda le ko di jamale ke jam.
You have to come to an agreement so that work will proceed because the government and development partners have invested a lot of money.
Lu nyin ko do min be ka yan julolo man kal to damar nyim banko be la julolo.
And the money that has been invested is our loans, and it's not only for you, it's a loan for the whole country.
Ko yalbe CRR sa le ban mol min be URR be nyin julo jola.
I said to them, you are in CRR South, but those in URR will also pay this loan. Therefore, there has to be mechanisms to tackle this issue. That was what we kept saying. We discussed with the governor, Ngagne Touré.
Mr. Chair, perhaps maybe we should stop it here for the first break.
Council ko chairman en ko bitum se lono janne follow nga daha follow nyinta.
Thank you, Council, and thank you, Mr. Jammeh. We'll take a 30-minute break, come back at 12 noon. Meeting is adjourned.